Mark Speakman has tonight resigned as Liberal leader, and Kellie Sloane is poised to replace him tomorrow morning. Speakman this evening gave a press conference where he accepted it was no longer in the best interest of the Liberal Party for him to remain in the top job. He lamented how half a day was a long time in politics.
But it is clear, after conversations I've had since this morning's media events, that many of my colleagues now want to see a change.
Politics is rough, politics is brutal, politics is savage. You know that when you become a first-term opposition leader. You know what the odds are. You know what you're getting into.
It was a gracious speech. It was considerate, and he endorsed Sloan as leader. Yet as gracious as it was, Speakman resisted his fate until the very end. For a large part of today, Speakman bunkered down and refused to see colleagues who wanted to deliver the very clear message that he no longer had their support. Speakman virtually went into hiding, refusing to face the music. Now, what ultimately happened today was months in the making. His weak leadership had failed to put a dent in the Minns government, and there was no sign the coalition's chances were improving. Now, last night on the show, I broke the news that a cross-factional group of MPs was soon to visit Speakman. Opposition leader Mark Speakman is expected to be tapped on the shoulder soon, like in Victoria, by a cross-factional group of Conservatives and his own faction, the Moderates. They'll tell him he has lost their support. If he listens to his colleagues, there'll then be a party room meeting, either Thursday night, that's tomorrow night, or Friday morning. This is precisely what's played out. A cross-factional group of moderates and centre-right MPs visited Speakman in his office last night and sent a clear message that he'd lost party room support. Those MPs were Chris Rath, Scott Farlow and James Wallace. They cornered Speakman in his office after the press gallery Christmas drinks, and they held an hour-long meeting, leaving around 9:30 p.m. One source familiar with the conversations told me that Speakman, and I quote here, he was told he no longer commands the majority support of the party room, which wanted to move to another leader. That's what Speakman was told last night. He was also specifically told this: the majority of the party room prefers Sloan to him. Now, after delivering that very clear message last night in a meeting that finished at 9:30 p.m, many Liberals believed Speakman would then listen to his colleagues and call a party room meeting. Instead, they were astonished when he turned up on Ben Fordham and on Pete Stefanovic here on Sky this morning and dug his heels in.
As Mark Twain once said, reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated. I deserve to stay. It's not about what I deserve, it's about what is the best interest of the party and the people of New South Wales. I offer experience, resilience, grit, determination to lead the party to the next election.
And it was similar messages with Ben Fordham as well. And Speakman insisted it wasn't over because a rival candidate hadn't declared their hand. Well, after these media performances this morning, multiple Liberals sought to contact Speakman to reinforce the message that was given to him last night, that he no longer held majority support in the party room. He still refused to budge. He said he wasn't going anywhere unless another candidate showed their hand. His friend and factional colleague, the Shadow Health Minister Kellie Sloane, eventually did just that. She met with Speakman this afternoon and told him that she would like to lead the party and felt that a change was in the party's best electoral prospects. Now, this is the right decision. It's the only decision. Speakman, as nice as his final press conference was, didn't have a shot at being competitive at the next election. He's not a natural leader. Kellie Sloane is the best hope for the Liberals at the next election, and that is due in March 2027. She has real-world experience as a former television journalist, a charity and business chief executive as well. She's got excellent communication skills and she'll be able to better connect with voters. There's no doubt New South Wales Premier Chris Minns would be far more worried about facing Sloan as a political rival than Mark Speakman. And as Ray Hadley will surely tell us when he's on the show shortly, Minns was hoping that Speakman didn't go because it was making his life so much easier. As I reported last night, a party room will be held tomorrow morning where Sloan is expected to have the numbers to be elected Liberal leader. Now, I brought you this news first last night, that Speakman was being blasted out by his colleagues, and I told you this at the start of my show last night at 8 p.m. Good evening. Major breaking news tonight. The leadership spill is on in New South Wales. Kellie Sloane is tipped to be the Liberal leader as soon as tomorrow night. I'll bring you exclusive details in a moment. Now, I press my contacts every day so that I do bring you the big news and the big scoops first. And with this leadership story, not one of the newspapers had it on their front pages today, not the Sydney Morning Herald and not the Daily Telegraph, not the Australian, not the Financial Review. I'm only saying that because in the noise of all the news, you often forget where you do see things. And this is yet another reason why you need to watch Sky News every night. We are first with the big stories and the news. We'll get more reaction on this. Breaking news tonight. Kellie Sloane set to be elected tomorrow morning with Ray Hadley shortly.